Welcome to the new video, everybody. Before any meals get consumed, all right? Coffee, carnitine, water, fasted cardio. But before that, you need a good book to read. 10 to 20 minutes, gonna hop on the treadmill and I'm gonna get straight into it. Zone 2 cardio, man. Heart rate's kind of around 135. A little quick, 45 minutes. Okay, everybody, so meal number one, starting off with 4 eggs. I do 2 of these regular cage-free eggs, and then I do 2 of these omega-3 eggs right here. And then I also do this turkey bacon. I know a lot of people don't really like the taste of turkey bacon. They say it tastes like plastic. I personally don't mind the taste. 2 slices is 50 calories, so if you're trying to cut, it's a very, very good low-calorie option. As far as like how many calories I'm eating, like I am coming fresh off of a cut, or at least I'm giving myself a little bit of a diet break. So I was at 2,700 calories, so I'm actually bumping it up to 3,000. So my breakfast is a little bit bigger, currently 10:30. So I think I'm actually gonna combine my first 2 meals into just like one big meal because I do gotta get to the gym pretty soon. Even when I am cutting, I do try and make sure to have plenty of healthy fats just to support, you know, hormonal function, testosterone. However, if I'm going like really, really deep into a cut, anything pushing like 8 to 12 weeks where calories are getting really, really low, I will start to throw in some egg whites as well. That way I can still get the protein and then maybe like 1 or 2 egg yolks just to still get the fats. I just love the taste of eggs, right? I've been eating eggs for the last 20 years for breakfast every single day, so it's been a staple in my diet for a really, really long time. To me, I like my good fats. I don't like cutting out fats. So every breakfast, I will use this cold pressed extra virgin olive oil, and this makes the absolute best, just the best eggs ever. You know, whether I'm bulking or cutting, I'm always tracking my food, all right, including the oil, because a lot of times people will be slacking. You know, they think they're doing low calorie this, low calorie that. You gotta count your oils, you gotta count your salad dressings, because if you're just dumping a bunch of oil in here, that's like an extra 200 to 300 calories, right? I think a lot of times people kind of, they let themselves go. They let themselves just kind of justify why they should have that extra, you know, this or that. And you just gotta do your best to go in and have a plan, because failing to plan at the end of the day is planning to fail. This is meal number 1. It smells so good. Okay, 4 eggs, 3 slices of turkey bacon. To me, this tastes just as good as regular bacon. 3,000 calories a day right now is plenty of food. Like, that's another thing that a lot of people don't talk about is like, I think so much of this goes in ebbs and flows. You know, when you're kind of depleted 6, 7, 8 months, you're trying to maintain a lean physique, trying to maintain a low body fat percentage. Your body just gets to a point, or at least I felt this way, where my body was just like lacking energy, just lacking. I felt fine and I was still eating plenty of food, but it's just good to give the body kind of a diet break, especially when you're so insulin sensitive. You don't want to restrict yourself so much that you are stripping yourself of all the things that you enjoy eating or enjoy doing. It is very much a balance, and I think finding that balance, finding that happy medium is what makes it sustainable in the long term. I do track this in MyFitnessPal, so as y'all can see here, okay, 3,000 calories, 338 carb, 83 grams of fat, 225 protein. This is what I'm doing just for maintenance, just to kind of refill my physique after being depleted for so long. So I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna go find my 2 extra large brown eggs, boom. Add that, my 2 omega eggs right there. Find my olive oil, all right, 7 milliliters of olive oil, okay? We're gonna go into the 3 slices of turkey bacon right there, okay? So 412 calories. I also wanna show y'all what supplements I take. A lot of these supplements are fat soluble, right? And they're gonna be better absorbed with fats. Okay, magnesium citrate. Admittedly, this is not the best brand of magnesium citrate, but I've been taking magnesium for like 4 to 5 years. It helps with over 300 functions in the body. Super, super important, especially if you're in the gym, training hard. Really important for recovery, muscle relaxation, all that type of thing. CoQ10 right here. This is just really good for heart health. Been taking this one again for about 5 years. I also take my fish oil. Now, when it comes to fish oil, I make sure that I'm not cutting corners, okay? Fish oil is one of those things where it could go rancid really, really easily, especially if you're going to the store and you're buying a low quality fish oil. The chances of that fish oil of being rancid are actually very, very high. So I would highly recommend this brand right here, Nordic Naturals. Okay, you can find all of their testing on their website. Super, super high quality fish oil. And always make sure that you take your fish oil with fats. It is going to be best absorbed that way. Okay, so for the carnitine, I actually have a big stash of carnitine up here because I just go through this like crazy. I've been doing the life extension carnitine. Okay, this one really gets the job done for me. The last supplement that I take is vitamin D3. and K2. Whenever you're buying this, you wanna make sure that you're getting it with K2. The K2 is gonna help transport that calcium to where it needs to go. This one I take every other day, only because I'm not vitamin D deficient, but I still wanna make sure that I'm getting my vitamin D intake every day. It's April 5th today. I think this milk is expired. The best protein oatmeal, okay? About 500 calories right here. Right there, so far I'm about 1,000 calories into the day. I truly feel like eating healthy does not have to be that hard. Once you really figure out the things that you like, really figure out how to make certain things taste good. I would honestly prefer eating this over any sweets in the world or any unhealthy food. Like, to me, this just tastes better. And the really, really great thing about these two things that I've already eaten is I've already gotten my healthy fats for the day. I'm getting plenty of fiber here. It just helps you better digest your food. It helps you feel better. It helps you stay fuller for longer. Normally, I do like to put most of my carbs around my workout. So if I do have a limited number of carbs that I can eat per day, I will try and strategically place that before and after the workout. Before the workout to fuel. If you're bulking up, maybe like a Rice Krispie treat or pasta. Something fast, a banana is great, some fast form of energy. Post-workout, I like to follow it with something a little bit higher in fiber. And that's just kind of what works for me. I don't claim to have all the answers. I don't claim to be doing this the perfect way, but I have been doing this pretty consistently, pretty well for about 6 years. If you're not optimizing as many variables as you can, then you might as well just be wasting your time in the gym. And I do think that the culmination of doing these things over a long enough time frame are ultimately what allows you to see progress pretty quickly, especially if you commit to it. Okay, so meal number 3 right here. Okay, so I got some brown rice, some bison, and also some green beans. Now, y'all saw me cook my brown rice there earlier. I am cooking my rice fresh every day or every other day. I switched to brown rice because brown rice has more fiber. It's gonna keep me fuller for longer. But also, just with how lean I am right now, like, I was really feeling an aggressive insulin spike when I was eating white rice. So because brown rice is lower glycemic, it actually kind of helps to stabilize that insulin response. The bison and the green beans, I actually meal prepped it earlier this week. So this is my pre-workout meal. I'm gonna eat this, probably wait about an hour, let it digest, and then gonna go head to the gym. Days like this, man, days like this are like beautiful. I can just sit out on my patio. I'm really loving my Sundays, man. I'm really loving just having chill Sundays, not much to do. And honestly, nothing hits like fresh rice. Once you start making it fresh every morning, you'll never go back. I promise you that. Creatine right here, okay? I do take 10 grams a day. Creatine is one of those things where you kind of just have to experiment with whatever the right dose for you is. And for me, I didn't start seeing results until I bumped it up to like 7.5 or 10 grams a day. This wine glass is plastic, all right? Ooh, scoop of this. Always use a milk frother. This is the unflavored one. When I bought it, I thought I was gonna use it in smoothies. I'm just taking it straight, it's disgusting. All right, so sipping on my pre-workout here, I'm gonna let my meal digest for about 45 minutes to an hour, so that way I'm not feeling bloated during my workout. One of my favorite things to do though is sipping on pre-workout and getting work done. I swear, this is literally some of the most just efficient and effective work that I get done in the whole day, because this is literally just like jet fuel, right? If you've been following my journey, you know that I'm trying to grow my coaching business, and part of my commitment to myself was reaching out to 40 people every single day on LinkedIn, except for the last 2 days, because LinkedIn actually, they didn't ban me. They basically told me that I hit the limit of the amount of connections that I could send in 1 week. So I guess it'll just end up being 210 per week. Currently just here trying to see what kind of conversations I can strike up in the DMs. I am kind of transitioning away from becoming a personal trainer. I'm aiming more towards becoming more of a health COO or a health chief operating officer for these people, for busy professionals. And so trying to strike up the DMs and do whatever I can to just get the word out there about my business. I could ramble all day about this. If you're enjoying the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, okay? Really helps out the channel. Trying to grow this thing to 10,000 subscribers here. And my goal is just to hopefully be inspiring at least one of y'all or giving some helpful tips. I hope I'm being of value, right? I hope I'm being helpful in some way. Anyways, let's get to this workout. You know, one thing that I've been kind of thinking about is getting a dog, and I feel like I'm putting too much thought into it too soon, because I don't think I'm actually going to pull the trigger like at least for like another 6 months. But I'm curious, what dog breed do y'all think would fit me? Right, because I was initially thinking like a corgi, or maybe like some sort of poodle mix. But I'm thinking like a dog that's like 30, like no more than 40 pounds. I feel like that's just gonna suit me and my lifestyle a lot better. And of course I do live in an apartment, but I also want like a high energy dog, you know? There's one dog breed that I was thinking about that I think would suit me really well. And I don't know if y'all have heard of a Swedish Valhund. Okay, they're actually like a super ancient dog breed that was almost went extinct a while ago. And then this like one dude decided to start breeding them, and he pretty much just brought it back to life, brought the breed back to prominence in like the 1940s. But to me, I love a Swedish Valhund because they literally look like a combination between a Corgi and a Shiba Inu. And when I was younger, we used to have a Shiba Inu. His name was Polo. Rest in peace, Polo. I was thinking about a Shiba, but Shibas are also like really hard to train, and they're not very good dogs off leash. I was thinking like the Swedish Valhund would be like a good in-between for like a Corgi, Shiba Inu type thing. But honestly, like, I don't know. So this is meal number 4, local foods. One of my favorite spots. I haven't had this specific thing. I haven't had any salmon in a long time. This salmon has sweet potato, broccoli. This looks really, really good. Now, they do not have the calorie count on the menu, so I'm gonna have to estimate kind of how many calories this is. I'm gonna guess maybe like 700 to 800. I always try to add like an extra 150 to 200 calories because you never know what type of oil that they cooked it in. Sometimes on Sundays, you know, just gotta give your body a little bit something different. Enjoy it. But as long as you plan for it and you're tracking it and you're mindful of like making that healthy decision, right? I didn't go to McDonald's, right? I went to somewhere where I knew I could get something decently healthy. And for me, that's what makes it sustainable, is finding that balance, finding those places, finding those foods that you can look forward to, but don't overindulge, right? And moderation is honestly key. Got this like yellow sauce. I'm not really sure what this yellow sauce is, like a puree of some sort. Another look at that. Yeah, this little puree right here. Amazing. It tastes great. It tastes really clean. What's the point of life if you look amazing, shredded, but you can't even have any fun? All right, so I'm a huge proponent of balance. I try to maintain the best physique I can. I try to be in the best health that I can. but you know, it's because my foundation is strong, my skeleton is strong. I'm doing my cardio, I'm doing my workouts. I don't skip on that end. I prioritize my recovery. I do all those things so that when I do have a meal like this, and some of y'all are probably watching this thinking like, David, that's not even a cheat meal, that's still clean. To me, this is a cheat meal, all right? To me, this is a treat. And then of course, you know, I'm always planning. So I have my water and more carnitine. I could actually take 4 of these pills every single day for a total of 2,000 milligrams of L-carnitine. So I just pulled up to the movie theater. So I had a yogurt before leaving the house because that salmon did not have enough protein. But just pulled up to the movie theater, and meal 5, if you even want to call it meal 5, I have these 2 RX bars, right? So the movie theater is right there. And I'm not trying to eat all that popcorn and whatnot, so gonna be sticking to these. I really like these because there are very few ingredients, all natural ingredients. They taste great, so gonna sneak these into the movie theater. I'm watching Project Hail Mary today. Apparently everybody's been raving about this movie. Had multiple people recommend it, so gonna give y'all my movie review here very soon.
Please state your name.
Ryland Grace. I just woke up from a coma. I'm several light years from my apartment, and I'm not an astronaut. I'm not an astronaut. I'm not an astronaut.
If you don't go, you die.
So just made it out of the movie, and definitely did not feel like a 2-hour and 45-minute movie. I feel like I was engaged the entire time. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. Not gonna drop any spoilers here, but it's definitely a must watch for sure. Total, all right, on the full day of eating, so I ended up at 2,996 calories, so 3,000 calories, 208 grams of protein, 288 grams of carbohydrate, 119 grams of fat. I did slightly overestimate the salmon, just because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going over, but that salmon was probably like 900 calories. Really made up for the protein with the yogurt that I had, and then also the 2 RX bars as well. But guys, I hope that you were able to gain something from the video. Today was just a really great day, and I just really happy that I was able to take y'all along. Stay tuned for more vlogs, for more educational content, and I just really hope that that y'all enjoyed the video. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.